good, y'all? It's episode 2 of Street Talk. I got a special guest for y'all, the homie, King Low.
What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all?
What's good, bro? Thanks for being here.
Coolin', bro. No problem, man. Thanks for having me on the show.
I already know. So, let's start off by introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, y'all. So, appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm King Low. I'm an artist, hip-hop artist right here from Syracuse, New York. Just been grinding the last 3 years. You know what I mean? I just dropped a EP in May last year called You're Invited, which kind of put me on. You know what I mean? Got a lot of people going crazy right now over it. Got a little shout out from Styles P on it. Just doing a lot of work. I got a lot coming in 2021. A lot going on already, and a lot more to come. Got an album coming, an EP before that, but you know, we'll get into that.
So, what started you making music? Well, how long have you been making music? Like unofficially, like not necessarily recording, but when did you start writing?
I was writing for some years, man. Since high school, I was writing pretty much, probably even before that. But mostly all of the writing I did back then, I don't even use. I don't even know where those was at really.
Yeah.
I just got serious with it like the last 3 years when I started dropping music like out on platforms. And
so is that the first? Is that in the 3 years? That's the first time you start recording, or is that the first time you just start putting music out?
That's the first time I started putting music out. Cause I was recording before that. I mean, but like officially, you know, the way things is, that's the first time I started putting music out.
So you basically came in at the time where the music is, where the industry is already basically gearing toward everything being online. So it's not really a change or an adjustment for you. It's something that you just came into.
Right.
Because I'm more of an older nigga, so you know I used to be out there with a backpack and CDs and going hand in hand with people and shit like that. But the time different, so I had to adjust and kind of learn the internet, learn algorithms and all of that type of shit.
No, I'm still learning that. Like I grew up on that. You know what I mean? And like I wasn't releasing music, but like I got boys that was doing music, releasing music, and so you know what I mean. I was around that whole hand in hand thing. I still do that. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know off the strength, that's what it's built off. So like I still got hard copies that I pass out hand in hand, just because I already know.
I do realize. I feel like me being a rapper keeps me kind of. Like, I'm not old, but like I'm 32, but it keep me younger than most people my age, because I was in a gathering with like people that's exact, like we all grew up around the same time. We all, so I'm laughing, like I'm like, yo, you got a CD player? I'm like you playing CDs? Like, where you been? And I'm thinking anybody going to join in with me? Everybody looking like, nah, we still listen to CDs. I'm like, nah, everything digital now. Like, you pull up everything on your phone, like Bluetooth.
It's crazy that CDs last so long, because in this age, like you saying, man, like not too many people you think would listen to CDs, but it's still a lot of people, man, that you be like, oh, they'll hit you try to promote your digital, and they'll be like, oh, I want the hard copy, you know what I mean, where the hard copy at? Like, I got the hard copy, but you know what I'm saying, like it's barely people asking for them.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, because when you had the hard copies, it's like you could really just take that shit and go make some money. Even if a person just get it, like I would rather somebody listen to it. So that's why I appreciate now that you get a stream. Like, you know that the person actually listens to your shit. It's not just, but you could make some quick money. It was like selling weed. Like, you just go, I ain't got no money. I'm about to go sell some CDs real quick.
Yeah.
But now you gotta get a fan base, which is better, because I feel like growing up in my time, when you was like an MC of a rapper, you had to be a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, so you couldn't really go outside of the box. But now with the internet, it's better that you explore other sides of yourself, that you show every aspect of who you are and gain a fan base that'll follow you and transition through all of that.
You kind of need to. Like, now they're not settling for less now. Like, you can't just think you're gonna rap only. They want to see everything, day to day. They want to see TikTok, and they want to see you know what I'm saying, you doing stunts and you getting fucked up.
Doing
they want to
stupid
see
shit.
all of that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? Like they not satisfied with just the music anymore. I mean, they want to be a part of the life. So that's you gotta be all in.
I'm happy that it died down though a little bit because that whole Tekashi era, boy. I felt like everybody, it wasn't just him, I feel like everybody was just on the clout chasing thing. Like everybody doing shit for clout nowadays.
It's still like that. Like it wasn't as bad as like when he was on his little run, but you already know it's still bad out here, man. You still got people that they do things just for the clout. I mean, for the likes.
Yeah, and see, it's a difference where like I'm a person that if in my music I feel like if I embellish at all, if I'm falsifying shit, it's probably about only 15% false. You know what I'm saying? Like at the most percent part, I'm telling the bulk of the shit is the truth.
It ain't
so
overdid.
yeah, so if you, but some people but there's a lot of people who are just artists that have ability and they telling stories. I really don't see nothing wrong with that. It comes to when you just start doing shit and influencing people to do stupid shit when you're not even
doing
about
yourself.
that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You telling people to do shit, but you ain't even doing it.
Yeah, shit don't make no sense at all.
Yeah,
So you've been running for this award for how many weeks has it been going on?
Yeah, the Sammy Awards, Syracuse Area Music Awards going on right now. You can check their Facebook page out. There's a link. You can get right to the voting. The voting's free. You can vote once every 24 hours. There's like 3 or 4 categories you can vote in. So yeah, it's been going on.
Make sure y'all vote for my boy.
Yeah, vote for King Low. You know what I mean? Go ahead, hit that link, vote for King Low. It's been going on for, I want to say, a whole month and a half, something like that. We're in round 5 out of, I want to say, 7 rounds it's looking like. But we in the top 8 in Syracuse. Shout out to all the artists that was involved. It was like 100 plus artists involved. And we down to the top 8. So yeah, man, I definitely really like to win it. You know what I mean? I put on for the city. I've been just working, grinding crazy since I've been making this music. You know what I mean? It take a couple seconds to just, you know what I mean, click the link, go down, vote King Low. Man, definitely appreciate it.
It's definitely real quick too. Definitely real quick. It don't take no time at all. To support somebody that's really grinding, like you said, putting on for the city. But and that through the month that you've been doing that, what has it taught you? What have you learned?
Just a little bit more about networking, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like we all got a limit on our Facebook friends and our, you know what I mean? Some of our social medias got limits, and it's like we got a lot of people, a lot of friends on them social media. So it's like, you know how the algorithm works. Like you make a post and it's like the same 15, 20 people on every post. It's like what happened to the other 3,000-4,000 people that's on my friends list. So really the competition is more or less reaching out. You know what I mean? Networking past that little 15, 20 people that's in my algorithm, you know what I mean?
That's what, as an artist, I always hated that shit because I feel like it's begging people to, like, this is quality shit. Why am I begging you? But you, like, I hate that mind. Like, I be trying to shake that mindset.
Yeah, it definitely pop in there every now and then when you hitting people and all of that. You're like, why I feel like I'm begging right now? But at the same time, it's like, this shit should come because most of these people sent you the request. You know what I'm saying? They want to come be your friend. They should be engaging with your post. But it's like, damn, you got to reach out and drag them to engage with the post. It's like, shit's crazy. It's different, man. But that's what they really taught me this whole little thing so far. Is like they're not going to really engage with it. And especially with the way the Facebook algorithm and all these social media's different algorithms work. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to chase you down. You know what I'm saying? For something you want to pursue, you know what I'm saying? You gotta chase them down and tell them like, look, I'm doing this, I need your support. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them will do it.
So does it bother you that, you know, we both Syracuse artists, we've been, you know, everybody knows how the climate is in Syracuse. They gride certain people, they clicky. But does it really bother you, or have you set your sights?
Yeah, nah, I don't let that bother me. I ain't gonna lie. Coming out, I definitely was letting that shit bother me, bro. Like I was letting that shit bother me. But then, like, I mean, people was telling me I was, building my portfolio or however, and people start fucking with me, and they just telling me like, yo, don't give in none of that. You know what I I mean? Because just as you working, all the people that ain't messing with you, they gonna start messing with you. You know what I'm saying? And then that's that. You know what I'm saying? It just comes with the work you put in. So that's all. That's been the mindset since then. It's like, whoever gonna rock with me, rock with me. And since then, it's just been going.
Just
up,
keep
you
it
know what I'm
rolling.
saying?
That's all you can really do. It's like, I don't know, man. I get criticized a lot because I feel like I was forced. I had to look outside of Syracuse. I had to, but it's a bigger. The world's in so much of a bigger place. So it's just like,
It's way bigger, man.
and you really can sell anything. There's a market somewhere to somebody for any goddamn thing. It's like you just gotta find your market, how to work your market, how to grow your market, and be you. Like there's rappers that it fucking amazes me that their fan base is so high. Like my brother loves Lil B. I can't understand how the fuck
The GOAT.
to go my ass. I don't know what they could be off beat or then Blueface be off beat. Like when you listen to like that Tatiana song, that shit blew up. But Cardi she did her thing on that shit. But him, and then even when they was doing that bust down, Tatiana bust down, at the end, that shit was completely out of sync. It just sounded crazy, but it's like, what do these people do that it still goes or it's still like?
It's the culture. Culture right now is just in a different space. It was for us. You know what I mean? Growing up, it was more about the artist, like you said, but now it's more or less about the image. You know what I mean? You could go out tomorrow with a whole different image. You know what I'm saying? And do some shit, and if it's the right image,
It's gonna blow.
it's gonna blow. You know what I'm saying? Like we got. It's hard, man. It's hard for us. It's hard for us, bro.
Do you feel like you made any transitions? Like,
Yeah, I can't even cap. I definitely made transitions, crazy transitions, and probably ended up having to make more. I mean, I ain't gonna do nothing too crazy as far as the whole transition thing. There's definitely limits, but like, if it's little things, know what I mean, appearance wise that I can change up, that ain't gonna affect me crazy, but it'll.
I know, like when we was talking earlier off camera with some of the song that we had did together, but from listening to you back then, listening to you now, I see that you switched up.
Yeah.
Like you switched up a whole lot.
Definitely.
I mean, which is necessary because I have too. Like
Yeah.
it's
a
climate
whole
change
different
and
vibe.
But I feel like you in your bag right now. I feel like you definitely in your bag right now.
Good looks, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to reach that bigger, that mainstream audience. You know what I mean? Like there's different niches, demographics, whatever, however you call them. You know what I'm saying? There's different ones, and I'm trying to get that big one. You know what I mean? That big fish group. That
Right.
the songs, or the parties, the dance. You know what I mean? The street shit is cool. Like we all grew up on the street shit, but which street artist is on top of the game right now? You know what I'm saying? Like none of them. That's not what's in right now. So like that's kind of why the whole reason for the switch is like I'm trying to be in. You know what I'm saying? So like I got crazy vibes. You know what I mean? If I could come up with a vibe, why not put it out there?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely. Yeah. So the viral live stream thing that you've been doing, I feel like that's a crazy dope ass idea. What brought that about?
So like I had got put onto a couple different platforms for live stream. You know, the Corona, COVID, pandemic crap. And we all been in the house. We want to go outside, but we can't do certain things. So it's like I got put onto these couple platforms where I could still live stream from home. It'll be like doing a show. Only thing that's missing is the crowd. But the crowd is there, they just on the other side of the camera. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's weird at first. You know what I'm saying? Your first couple times sitting there trying to be all hype and do all of that for nobody in front of you is weird at first, but then you get used to it, you know what I'm saying? There's little chat boxes and stuff like that with a lot of these programs to where the fans are still interacting. You know what I'm saying? It's not right there where you can hear it and it's all not got the energy like that you're used to, but it's still there and you can still make money. That's the best thing about it is that you make money off of these. So it's like nothing gotta stop. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't wait for the world to open up so I could get back to performing, I could do this, I could do that. It's like you don't really gotta stop. Like it's different from what you used to, but you could keep going, and that's what attribute to a lot of the shit that I done overcame, bro. Is because I didn't stop. I mean, a lot of these dudes stop.
Right, you gotta keep fucking going. That's my biggest thing. I feel like with me, I feel like I've been consistently making music and making content since I was 16, but I've been only consistently doing it correctly for like a year and a half. And when you do stuff consistently, like me, like trying to perform a podcast and me doing this is just to try to have content, because at the end of the day, I am an artist at heart, but there's other aspects of the stuff that I like to do. Like there's shit that I like to talk about where it shows another part of my personality that you might not get from the music. And I was repressed. Like I said, when I was like growing up, when I was a rapper, like I was saying, you had to be a certain image. Like you an MC, you have to look a certain type of way. You can't really be too silly. You can't be really. But I had to learn how to be a little more free with my shit. I'm still struggling with that shit now. Like if I could let loose, which I have no idea how to. So I feel like I have to tap in with people that's younger than me so that I can, you know.
I know what you mean, bro. Cause I'm the same way, which is why I got like I was talking about the TikTok earlier. I got all these platforms that we need to blow up these days. Like you was talking about the internet age is crazy. Like
that's the one that TikTok is the one that I ain't really mess with. I should.
I got me a TikTok set up, and I mean the username is @officialkinglow. I mean, and I've been building it up. Now I'm saying I haven't really posted too much on it because, like you said, I'm still getting used to trying to be silly with it. You know what I'm saying? I tried posting a couple videos of music, strictly music on there, and they don't. I'm working on that. You know what I mean? Like I've been building the TikTok up, and you know, I ain't been posting too much on there because I'm still working on that. I did a little test of the music. The music didn't really go crazy, and then you know I found out a little more about it, and they're like, yeah, like music plays the back. You know what I'm saying? You have music. It has a lot to do with the music, but it's mainly just the content. You showing that other side.
I hate that statement, but it's true. Yeah. Music plays the back when it should be in the forefront.
Yeah.
But it is. They invest in everything else that goes in the shit.
I mean, with the TikTok at least.
It's kind of the industry period.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like, I just want to say mainly with the TikTok, because like on the TikTok, like I said, there's plenty of music throughout it, but it's like when you're hearing the music, it's not like you're watching a music video most of the time. You're watching like somebody doing a dance to the music or some type of skit to the music. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. That it's more or less just in the background. I don't want to say it's like playing in the background, but it's in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. But they looking because without the song, you can't do the dance, but people are looking for the dance. So it's weird.
So they go hand in hand, you know what I'm saying? But then you see all the videos that don't have the music that are just like funny skits about something, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, I gotta be a comedian. Nah, I gotta figure out when I got time out my day to put together this little skit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard.
Nah, see, I like doing that though. So it's like a plus. Once I learned that I can do it, it's kind of interesting. I'm still learning how to do it, but it's just like I said. Like I told you earlier, I love anime. So like I just like creating worlds. I like creating characters. I love just doing that type of shit. I just gotta get a lot better at it. But so the video, what you want to do?
What you want to do?
So I was looking on your YouTube channel and it wasn't on. I couldn't find it on YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's not on my YouTube channel. I should probably upload it on there. I just didn't want to have it on two different channels. I just wanted all the views to just go to one channel. You know what I'm saying?
I did that before too.
So I let the cameraman at the time. Well, actually, his channel is more popular than mine. You know what I mean? He got more subscribers, more views, and all of that. So I was like, yeah, go ahead, throw it up on your channel and probably get more views that way. Which worked out pretty good right now.
My biggest video is on somebody else's YouTube channel. So it's like, I don't know. I don't like it do work, but I feel like, because I feel like YouTube should somehow make it so that those are combined.
So those views come over this way. That's a fact, man.
Can I chime? I'm sorry to chime in as a videographer, and someone who seen firsthand how it kind of works in the industry. You should kind of always, you should always upload your video first, even if you're not putting it out. Like even if you let them put it, if you let's say
so for the rights.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you want the rights to your music and your videos because they could profit off of that.
I ain't put it out, but you can see this day.
This is the day I upload
it. Like you can see it's my video, but they can not publish it, but they can put it out on their channel, make money off it, but then YouTube will know it's your video because you put it out. You know what I'm saying? And that way they'll be able to.
But that
makes sense though. That makes sense.
The thing about like that, the world, man. Like, do you feel like you have not you, but do you feel like somebody you have to be snaky in some aspect to get ahead? Like, if a person wasn't like you feel like everybody being positive, everybody working together, everybody being upfront, do you think it can build, or you think somebody has to step on somebody to get to a certain height?
I don't think, man. I believe everybody being positive and working together definitely can't go wrong with that. I mean, how you could go wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? But
I'm living in a world where it's like everybody they see an opportunity and they take it.
That's the thing. It's just us being humans, us being people. We greedy, we not satisfied, you know what I'm saying? We always want to be a little better, a little step ahead, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we all right here doing the same thing and someone come up to the side like, yo, I could do this for you real quick, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna take that just because we feel like, boom, he just came and offered me that real quick, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it is with that. We just get a little greedy sometimes, man, but I feel like we could, man. Positivity, man. We gotta stick with that.
I did an interview with my boy Dev, and we was talking about how a lot of artists have issues with. It's basically like it's a compromise. Like, being an artist, you always want to get paid for what you're worth, and then once you get to a certain level, you want to be paid a certain type of way. But we was talking about how it's a lost art that sometimes you need to barter. Like you can't like. Sometimes you get further, like, okay, like I couldn't see me, like, and I understand, like, it's a big thing, you getting paid for a feature, but I couldn't see me charging an artist, even if I get to a higher level, an artist from the town or somebody that I know, I couldn't see me charging them to work with them.
Yeah.
Like, because to me it's like, why? We can string this shit together, we can put our money and promote this shit together, we can do this shit the right way together. And it's like, but if it's like an outsider or you somebody else, I could charge you for a verse, or I could charge you for this. But if we from the same town, it's like, or if we don't even have to necessarily mess with each other in a certain way, but it's like we can build each other up. Why would I? And I think like an artist so too much sometimes. I've been told that my whole life, that I think too much like an artist. But even in the business mind aspect of it, it still makes more sense to me.
Well, nah, I'm with you on that. Keep it real. I said that when I first started going crazy with this shit like 3-4 years ago, however long it was. I said it. I think I made a post or some shit. I said I'll never charge an artist from the town for a feature. Shit changes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely realize after a while, like, hold up, I'm spending this much on studio time, I'm spending this to promo, I'm spending this for the video, I'm spending this, and you like, I'm about to just work with everyone for free? I mean, you change your mind. Like, don't get me wrong, I still haven't really charged anybody really from the town, but it's like, at a certain point, you're gonna have to eat, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to eat, and it's like, you gotta be supportive though of the town, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's the town, I'm with you on that. We're gonna work together. It don't even matter, like, if you got $100, $20, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna work together somehow. If you ain't got the money, like you said, bartering, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got the bread? Shout me out on your page, or like the whole, like as simple as this whole voting thing, you know what I'm saying? You could promote this whole voting thing for me, and I'll do a feature with you. You know what I'm saying? It's simple.
Which probably which will show you already where people will come to help you for some simple shit. Then when it comes time for them to need help, and it's like, nah, I seen that you ain't even come to help you when I needed you.
And it's simple, man. You don't. It's like you don't ask for much, especially with the town too, because it gets tricky when it's your town. Because it's like if you're not helping, then you hit that certain level, you gotta move because they feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you help a lot, you know what I mean, we done seen cases where people stay home, stay in their hometown, giving out, helping, giving back, and they still end up getting dirty. You know what I'm saying? So it's that double-edged sword you're just talking about, man.
Yeah, because it's always somebody looking. The snake is like the damn lion in the grass, waiting to pounce on somebody, waiting for an opportunity.
Always someone that don't like what you do.
Production pause.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have 1 million supporters, and then you got that one person that don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Which the numbers is definitely off there. If you got 1 million supporters, you got like 20,000 at least that don't like you.
That's what that. But I felt like when I was having trouble with the cast of the podcast that I tried to do last time, I was saying like my personality. I know that I'm an asshole, and I know I come off like an asshole sometimes. But I'm giving information. Everybody's not gonna like me, and I'm fine with that. I'm not trying to get everybody to fucking like me. You cannot like me, but you know what the fuck I'm saying makes sense. You know that I'm, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta respect that shit. Yeah, asshole, yeah, but he know what the fuck he talking about. That's the only thing I really give a damn about. You don't really, but at the same time, I feel like if you don't like me, it comes from a place of not like of where you not seeing a person, like you're not just not seeing the vision. Like you can't see the same type of vision as me. So even I can't fault you for that either. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much like, but it's hard because I get caught up in that shit too. Like I get caught up in my feelings. Like, all right, everybody should support me. I feel like, or I feel like they should see stuff this type of way, or I've been moving this type of way, or it's just like being an artist. It's so much that come with that shit people don't understand. It's like,
wow, man, they clown it, they joke it. You know, they got them little jokes. Local artist this, local artist that, and it's funny to them until they try to do something. You know what I mean? They want to make a dream come true, and the joke's on them. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, we're getting a little better. I can't even lie. Like it ain't all bad. It's definitely like a good 85, 15, some shit like that. But
you know the fucked up thing about that whole thing is that they make fun of it. The people that do, like, they only see 9 to 5 and survival. They make fun of it, but the whole world is based off of creation. Everything is art. Like I feel like even a person that goes to work every day, when you go to that office, there was an artist who was an architect that built that shit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be sitting there if it wasn't an artist's mind. Yeah. It's just people have capital, they have funding so that they can go sit there with their damn feet up and call the shots. And they take advantage of us artists because we think like artists. Like, so it's like, okay, they want to create, they love what they do, we got this money, we can throw them a bone and we can treat them like I always say, I kind of feel like I feel like we're jesters in a kind of a way, like how a king, the king used to sit, bring the jester on, bring him in. Oh, I don't like what you did? Off with his head. Yeah, that's what they fuck. That's basically what they do. Oh, you entertaining me for this moment. I like you for this moment. You do one fucking thing wrong. Off with his head. He's canceled, or we're not fucking with him, or it's over.
It's over.
Like it's
how it is, man. All this shit is politics, man. Especially now, like now, there's a whole image. There's a certain image they want. You know what I'm saying? And it's, keep it real. I mean, it's not even just the image. There's a certain person they want. You know what I mean? You got to be a certain age. You got to look a certain way. All of that. If you're looking for a label, that's what you got to be. You got to be between a certain age. You got to have a certain image. And you got to be willing to do whatever they talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I preach this forever, and I'm going to. You know why I feel like that is art? I always say our art form is the only art form where they do that, where they try to cancel the old, and they separate like every other genre of music, them motherfuckers ride out for life. They do what they want to do for life. People come see them and support them for life. But we don't own our shit. People came, the white people came into the hood and seeing people rapping, oh, we like this, but we got the connections, and they put that shit on. They had control of our shit since then. Now it's starting to get independent, so you're starting to see that things are starting to change. They like going more of an independent route. So like older rappers are starting to have more longevity because they don't need the label. But the labels, like, I feel like you get an older rapper or an older artist, they know that these labels be raping people, so they make it so like, oh no, these niggas know too much, or they're not gonna talk about what we want them to talk about. So let's bring in the next young motherfucker that don't know nothing. We're gonna disconnect them so these old motherfuckers don't tell them nothing, or they not gonna listen to these old motherfuckers when we tell them.
That's exactly how we going down, bro. It's like it's just an agenda, man. They get certain puppets to play that front row or whatever and do what they say. And that's how they get by, you know what I'm saying? That's how these labels always have been getting by. You know what I'm saying? It, like I said, we get it. It's business. You know what I'm saying? It's all business, but they gotta come right. Nowadays, they gotta come right. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we got more people going independent. We got more people that's educating themselves to how these labels do. So it's like, we're not all just like, oh man, we ain't ever signed with the label. Like, we could work. But don't just try to come with them phony ass contracts and stupid 360 deals and you think we just gonna be like, oh, it's paper from a label, let me just sign that.
And be careful that if you go to a label that's interested in you and you sound too much like their main artist, they might be trying to shelf your ass or use you as a ghostwriter for that artist. You gotta be careful.
That's more than likely. Yeah. That's more than likely what's gonna happen.
Be fucking careful.
Like I said, like, it's all, the power's on you. Keep it real. Like, the label, if they come to you with paper, if they come to you with some type of deal, then that means you got something they want. Mm-hmm. So don't just be like, oh, don't just be like, oh, nah, we not doing this, or oh, we are doing this. Read that. Check that out. See what it's talking about. And whatever you don't like, scratch it. Tell them what you do like. They're gonna either have to work with it or go somewhere else to find whatever they just came to you for, which is gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? So don't just let them push you. Is all. You know what I'm saying? They want to work with you, work with them, and make it work. That's it.
So if money, contracts, ties, politics, all that shit wasn't an issue, who would you work with to make your dream album? Producer,
artist, label,
artists, producers.
Well, shit. First off, it's always gonna be TVE, TV's entertainment, always. You know, we definitely gonna end up. You already know how this music thing works. The big labels run everything major, so eventually we'll have a little, deal with somebody going on. But it's always gonna be TV in the front lines.
So that's your team.
That's the team. I mean, we've been going crazy forever. We just, like I said, it's these last couple of years is when we really got out, started adapting to how to rap is now. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, as far as working with artists, somebody, I mean, I'm open to work with whoever. You know what I'm saying? If it's the right move, if it's about a bag, I'm with that all the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have any caps on anything. Like, I know certain artists got certain genres and certain things they will do and won't do, but really, it's business for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'll hop on whatever if it's right.
All right. So to make it make it simpler, if you could make a collab album with one other artist that's in the industry, who would it be?
Let me see.
I could tell you mine while you thinking. I think I'll make an album with Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, yeah, that'd be crazy.
Cause the nigga can rap. I got bars. He gonna have the hooks on Smash. You can collab that shit. That's gonna go crazy.
Shit. Keep it real, man. I think I fuck with Tekka, man. I fuck with a little Tekka vibe, man. It's a lot of the vibe that I've been putting out lately. I've been getting a lot of feedback, like, oh, yeah, this is like on some, little Tekka type vibe. So I feel like we was to link up on a project, bro. crazy. It'd be crazy. Vibes would be on some crazy shit because the chemistry will be right there. You know what I'm saying? Nothing will be off. Everything will fit together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm with that. Right.
What you think about the drill music?
I fuck with the drill. Man. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. He put on, man. He put that on the map, and it's not going nowhere, man. That is stronger than ever. So it's like, I mean, I fuck with the drill, the beats. I think I got two songs to drill beats that are unreleased that'll be coming out this year. So I mean, I fuck with the drill.
I don't even know where to look. I gotta find a drill beat to experiment with. But my boy been saying he want me to do it for the longest.
Shout out to K.MJ.
Yeah, shout out to KJ. Yeah, he shot my Invisible video, man. Camera gang, bro. Camera gang. Fuck with that.
Drill beats is crazy.
Yeah,
right
his
now.
beats is definitely fire, man.
Well, I gotta talk to him. But yeah. You said that he shot you. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, Invisible. I did a video with him a little while back called Invisible. That's out now on my YouTube channel. King Glow Vivo is the name for the YouTube channel. The video is called Invisible. It's sitting at like a little over 2K, something like that. But yeah, go check that out. Run that up. Shout out to Camera Gang. Shout out to KMJ, KJ.
I've been working with KJ for years. He in Georgia now though.
Yeah, he got up out of here and he making his moves down there, man. But that's what you were saying earlier, man. A lot of times you gotta reach out, you know what I mean, other states and all of that for support. And that's where it be, man. Like battles with
But see, it's different though. Like I'm partly from Georgia, so like when you go not just Georgia but the South period, it's so much different. Yeah. It's a different atmosphere. It's they show love, they support. Like I remember being shout out to P Smiles. We went to a studio and he hit me at work like, yeah, I'm moving to Georgia. I'm like, you moving to Georgia? I'm like, well shit, I'm about to set up a studio session. I'll get off of work so time, I'll come pick you up. We went in there, we rocked out. Mad niggas coming in and out of the studio, mad country niggas, but all them niggas wanted to know. They like, yo, God, where y'all from? Like that's all it was. Like, yeah, we put on for the town. Like we unique. We got a whole different type of vibe, but we always try to reach out and try to imitate everybody else. But we can. I don't know. I do want to experiment with that drill shit though.
Yeah, it's
just to do it.
It's just its own little lane. So now I'm saying you could always dip in it real quick and see what the feedback is like, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know, you might go crazy on one of them drill beats and then get some crazy feedback on it and just be like, okay, I'll do a couple more of these. Next thing you know, you got a whole fan base just off of your drill sound, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. So that's kind of how it was with where I landed, where I'm at now. Keep it real is, you know, I was making them hardcore, them little street songs and shit, and I tried out what you want to do. I switched the lane and I tried out one of them more party type songs, and the responses to that was crazy. Bro.
Yeah, I honestly think that's like one of my favorite songs of her. But I like the song and the visual too combined. Definitely,
I appreciate that. Yeah, that to date, that's like my most successful song. Like it's got like the most streams on Spotify. Videos got the most plays, views. All of that. It's like my most successful song. AK Castro, he's another artist, engineer from Puce, around this area. Right now I think he's in Rochester. Bro, he's probably the GOAT, most slept on around here, bro. Like there's a lot of people with good names, a lot of big studios around here.
With all of this, I guess it's been a sensitive time for some. I kind of feel like politics are all just one big ass game, but how do you feel like what's going on in the state of the world? We got a new president, people stormed the Capitol building.
The world is crazy right now, man. The world is different.
Races are open and out.
Yeah, man. Everything is out there right now. Like there's no more. I mean, like before, like especially with the races, like we know it's always been there, but like we had it under wraps for a while, you know what I'm saying? Everyone was like, alright, we kept it down here for a while.
Now they don't give a fuck.
Now it's just like...
We don't like you, fuck you.
It's like back out there, you know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. The world just all together.
I seen I seen like somebody from Syracuse. They said that he from the outskirts of Syracuse. He posted in blackface and did something.
Yeah, I just seen that little post too, man.
I wouldn't look into it though. They said that the dude he is on drugs and he is sick and they think he was trying to commit suicide.
Probably,
That would be the right way to do it though.
Probably was, bro. He probably was. Like that's.
Come on the south side or any side of fucking
Yeah.
Syracuse in blackface.
Come
and
out
see
the
how
house,
that goes.
period, like that, man. He ain't come out the house like that. I know he did.
No, he took a picture and posted that shit like
and
most
then
people
cleaned
do.
his face off real quick. Like,
I just don't understand that shit though. Just
yeah. It's
No.
different, man. You know, everybody's wild and everybody's sensitive. It's just crazy right now, man. So,
I got a 9-year-old. So he's a little older, but he's still growing up in his weird ass time, and I'm scared for him. But I'm scared to have like if I was to have, I can't have no more babies. I can't have growing up as a baby in this time. I feel like shit.
it's crazy, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what's about to happen?
Nah, I got a 10-year-old, and I got a daughter who's turning 5 actually
word?
in April, man. So it's definitely different, real different raising them.
Did that with April what?
April 15th.
Her birthday April 23rd.
Okay, she is. She might link up, do something. I mean, that's like right there within the same week and a half type shit. But yeah, bro, like it's definitely different, man. Like school for one.
Oh, that shit is crazy.
Man, I would've. You know how many days I prayed at my bedside to deal with what these kids is dealing with today, just to be home every day that I should be in school.
Classes cut short because
Bro.
you're just doing that shit online.
These kids living a dream right now.
Nah, see, the only thing I used to like, cause when I was in high school, I did used to not go to school a lot, but I used to work a lot too, so I used to be asleep. But everything is in school though. Like it's like the club. It's like you got the chicks there, you got the cliques,
don't
you
get
got.
me wrong. Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like when I was a kid, that's what we hoped for. You know what I'm saying? But then you get older, and you're like, man, what I would give to go back to school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're definitely missing out, and they're gonna regret and hate this whole pandemic thing a lot more when they get older. And they're like, shit, I missed out on all this school.
It's not even just that. It going to school teaches you certain things that it teaches you to deal with people. It teaches you social skills. Like even a bully. Like I feel like everybody should have somebody try to bully them at least once in their life. Like so you know how you stand, where you stand with that, or how to deal with that shit eventually. Like because
that's gonna happen outside of school anyway, though too. You know what I'm saying? You got.
But school is the structured place to where. Like somebody, it ain't gonna go too far. It ain't gonna go too far because somebody watching.
To go through bullying is in school.
Yeah, cause it ain't gonna go too extreme. But I feel like that's why I feel like cause this whole cancel culture shit, the way it is, and how everybody's so sensitive about everything. I think it stems from people not having to deal with people. They being coddled. They've not experiencing the world. People ain't got these scrapes and bruises like kids nowadays. Like y'all don't go outside no more. Y'all over the internet talking crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fall off your bike, and then first thing you do is, oh my god, I just scraped my knee.
I ain't have a
On
phone.
the
When I
internet.
had a bike, I ain't have a goddamn
Man.
phone. I hit my head and got up and kept riding my
grabbed the
goddamn bike.
again. Like shit.
Like, damn, that could have been crazy. That could have been bad. I wonder if I should go to sleep. No.
Let me try again a couple more times and then go to sleep.
Niggas don't know nothing about that, man.
Yeah, shit, I remember, I ain't gonna lie, I remember one time as a kid, on Fowler right here, Fowler School over here on Geddes, they had, I don't think they got it no more, but they had a little rolling fence right there where the bleachers was. Bro, I was climbing that shit, and I forgot who was with me, I was probably one of my cousins or some shit. They went to close the gate as I went to the top, and you know how them little rollers at the top? Bro, my finger went right under that, bro. It gashed my shit right open.
I can feel that shit.
What I did was, I ran home, wrapped the shirt around that shit, and went to sleep. I swear to God, bro, that shit closed up.
Yeah.
It closed up, and I don't even remember after
I had some crazy injury too. None of mine was too bad. Like I did normal shit. Like I done stepped on a nail. That's some bad shit. You just walking, you running, just
That shit tough too, man. I did that shit.
Dude, wait. What the fuck?
That pain is sharp. That shit hurt.
I had weird ass injuries. Like one day I had a fucking. I'm touching my chest. I'm about to go lay down and go to sleep. I'm touching my chest, and then it's like something feel weird, and I can't see because it's in a place that like I can't see looking down. And I go get my mother, and I'm like, what? I'm like, it hurt. I can't pull it. Oh, it was a fucking wasp in my with a stinger in. It was biting me on this side too, and I couldn't. Then they had to like that shit crazy, but that was in Georgia. That's in the South. But it'd be weird shit like that.
Different down there too, huh?
Yeah, the cameraman behind him, he got all the injuries. He's the one that grew up with all the injuries, like a fucking daredevil. But no, but I knew that I wasn't fucking with Georgia wildlife when I seen a fucking spider with a shell on his back. I said no, no.
That house on his back.
And I'm like, no, I'm like, the first thing that came to my mind was, okay, I've never heard of a spider species with a shell on their back. So then my second thought was, this motherfucker ate somebody else and took his crib. It was moving around with that shit on his back. Either way, those are two horrible possibilities. I always say that like animals are like, well, we want to be superheroes. They're like superheroes. Like if a bug was even the size of a puppy, we wouldn't be the dominant species on this earth. Just like ant. If an ant was the size of a fucking puppy, and then they roll in colonies and shit, it's over. What the fuck are we gonna do?
As strong as their jaws is, man, that's crazy. As strong as ants is, that's crazy. But I heard, they teach you shit like that. It used to be like that, you know what I'm saying? When the continents was all together and all of that shit.
Oxygen levels was different before the flood.
Apparently everything was a lot bigger, which is where all these giant stories stem from. But shit, we here now, you know what I'm saying? We all little dots trying to just make our mark, you know what I'm saying?
That's the best way to look at it. Like I would always be trying to deal with how it felt like, because as an artist, you know that you're unique. You know that you're different. You know that, like, you have to know that to try to separate yourself from what everybody else doing. But at the same time, it's like in life, in the grand scheme, I'm just a little dot trying to make my impact.
Yeah, man, that's it.
Leave my mark. More so than anybody. Like that. Like that's the one thing I can brag about is that, like, being an artist. Like, there's certain people that dip and dab in art, and there's certain people who completely live on a straight edge life. I am an artist to the fullest, and I've always been. And there's a lot of things that I regret, but one thing that I don't regret is that I am cemented. You can Google me, even if I don't reach the success level that I feel I want to.
Yeah.
I've done stuff that people.
Yeah, exactly. You've made enough moves, and you've done what you want to do to the point to where it shows. You got the credentials. You know what I'm saying?
My son gonna be able to go look back on it.
Exactly.
But it's another level though. Gotta reach that level, man.
That's all it's about too nowadays, man. Like I think it was Fabio Foreign. He said in one of the songs that he did, man. He's like he said the key to this shit is just being better than what you were yesterday, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it.
Guy Sensei, that's his motto. You gotta be better and stronger than you were yesterday.
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? That's all they want to see, bro. They just want to see you leveling up. So like, if they see you, 1 year doing it this way, as long as you're doing it better than next year, that's all they want to see. You know what I'm saying? So it's just leveling up.
Man, but I think it's really important though to, at the same time, because we would get lost catering to people because that's what we do, and lose who you are. You got it's that we're trying to find that balance of, you gotta tweak that shit just right. Just gotta put a little spice on it for these people, but I gotta make sure that this bowl is filled with me right here. I'm gonna sprinkle some shit on, like even the whole. I can't really transition into I'm trying to get the more melodic side of music making, but it's harder for me to tap into it for some reason because I've been trained so hard to be a MC. So, but it's getting. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to completely do it, but it's a lane for like I honestly I didn't like I like this subcategory. I hated snap music. Back when it was crank that and all that shit, I didn't like. I kind of like the sing rap type of the side shit that they doing now because it's a vibe. It give you a little, it give you a bop, it give you a. But then on the other side, where I've been trying to practice is like if you go to the other side, you got the like Lil Baby. He rap with the melodic, but you got the Baby who rap with the bop. But then you got Moneybagg Yo who got is like, and so I've been kind of trying to play with that a little bit, but.
Okay.
It's just so that so there's always lanes, there's always different places, but you gotta I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna have more punchlines. I'm still gonna do shit the way that I feel like I want to do it.
Yeah, you gotta keep that originality and all of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, like you were saying, you know, sprinkle a little splash in there for what they want to see and all of that. But you just keep your chords and you keep your image and all of that. You know what I mean? Like I said, that's what it's been, man. Just adapting to this and figuring out what I do want to sacrifice, what I do want to change up for the image, and to see if it's gonna help me get farther. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but through the struggle, but I do it all. I do find this shit to be fun. Like
it's fun.
It's fun, and you gotta look at it that way. You got it, cause it'll stress you the fuck out. Now people always say I do this. Like if you think it's all fun and games, you don't really do this shit. If you ain't frustrated, you want to punch your fucking wall and throw some shit across the fucking room, like you don't do this shit for real.
Frustrated, you ain't gonna get that motivation. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have something to be like, man, fuck that. I gotta get there. You feel me? Like I'm about to do this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get mad and you gotta get happy. You're gonna get sad. You gotta go through all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta know what your bigger goal is.
Yeah, man.
You gotta know what your goal is at the end of it. You can't just be doing shit just do and I kind of feel like we're waning out of that, but I feel like for the last couple of years it's just been but they've been saying it. Oh, I was trapping, and so they let me on rapping, and that's why I'm doing this shit. I don't really like that's their whole mindset. But I feel like that days are starting to get weeded out, and artists are starting to come back into play. But that's what it's been for a while, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, but a lot of it is more or less money. It's not even, keep it real, it's not even about trap and talent or none of that anymore, because like you got these big mainstream artists that are even mainstream artists, like you would think once you hit a certain level that these radios are playing your shit for free because it's hot and all of that. It's not the case ever. Like you have to pay for all of that.
Yeah, they got a whole list of the shit that they go play.
It don't matter what level. Cardi B, she's still buying all of those radio slots. When you're hearing her new song up over and over and over, it's because she just bought all of those radio slots. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. That's what make it hard for us independent ones that want to come up, because we don't got those budgets to buy out every radio slot. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's why I asked you that earlier about, because I for one always dream about if budget wasn't an option. Like what kind of, if I can just go into the studio and create without big, like what the fuck can I make? And I feel like that's what
the sky would be the limit.
That shit would be crazy.
Matter of fact, it wouldn't. There would be no limits, bro. We would be doing so much, but like this shit is all money. It's all business.
Yeah,
it's like
this shit got it lost. Like I'm my personal favorite. Like now I've been switching. Like I said, I've been experimenting with the bounces, and I have to find beats like that. But before, my shit that I would flock to, you give me something with a sample in it that's like like a voice or some shit that's over the beat with a melody, or you're using a voice for the melody or some shit like that, and I can rap and go in on that shit.
Bro, you gotta link up with my bro, man.
That was my shit.
TV Musa, man. He make exactly those. That's his specialty, bro. Samples with little melodies right on the beat that you would go crazy. Keep it real now. That I'm thinking about it. You will go crazy. You will love his beats, bro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you a couple samples, or have him send you a couple samples, bro. You know, yeah, where you been at? That's it, yo. That's his shit, bro. He love making beats like that, bro.
So how often per year are you planning to drop? Like,
I haven't really got too far past really. I got an album that I told people about that I'm working on. that's gonna be coming in the summer. But I've also got an EP. It's about finished that I'll be dropping before the album. So I mean, it's probably just pretty much those two. I don't think I'll really drop too much more after that. Maybe a couple singles, but I ain't gonna drop too much because then that's gonna leave me with a lot of music to promote.
That's what I went wrong with my last album. That's why I gotta make sure that, like, I'm about to drop an album soon too, but I'm trying to make sure this time I'm gonna utilize it. And like I still need to go back. Like the song that we did, I sang is on my last album, but I just it just naturally it kind of streamed to it streamed decently, but I know what I could do. But like that, people don't know the shit that we be having to do, like Spotify for Spotify follow and going to them shits, or YouTube for YouTube.
We don't just post a song and the numbers go up. You gotta network that. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be marketed somehow. And like I said, not all of us got crazy budgets, so we gotta do this shit manually. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's work. It's definitely a lot of work.
But that's what separates people. I do feel like I was sitting last night and I was thinking about how they always tie people losing people in, like when right before they blow up, they say that they sacrificed their loved ones for the Illuminati, or they did this. But I kind of feel like, to an extent, we as artists are blessed beyond most people. So I'm like, and it seemed like we all have tragic lives and we lose a lot, but it was like, is that the balance for the gifts that we have? Because I always say, I feel like being an artist is a superhero. I feel like we're unique. I feel like we're the standout to other people, but I feel like it's a double-edged sword. It's like we get all of these gifts and all of these blessings, but for that, our paths are harder.
Yeah, definitely harder, man. We definitely deal with stuff on a day-to-day. It's probably getting worse. Who knows, man? I didn't keep tabs on it too long. But rappers and artists and in general deal with a lot. I want to say rappers a little more specifically, just because this stuff I've been seeing lately is just crazy. But yeah, man, actors, they be trying to put you in a fucking dress, or they be trying to have you do all that. True.
That's a
lot of that though, man. Actors sign up for that. They tell you from the jump, like, listen, especially when it's a certain part you're applying for, they'll tell you like, boom, you're gonna have to do this at a certain point, or the scene is about this. They'll let you know, and you got a choice right then and there. You either with it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? But like with the rapping thing, it's like, as days go on, it seems like rappers are more and more targets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just saw a video, went viral. Some dude's jerking off at home, right? On his couch, maybe. I'm not sure where he was jerking off at, because it doesn't show him jerking off. But his mom comes in, calls the cops on him. Cops come in, and dude tells the cops, like, yo, I mean, he's at home, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with this. You at home, right? Dude tells the cops and all of that. He's like, yo, he said, I'm recording right now. And I'm a very influential person in my community, this and that right now. First thing the cop said, guess what he said? Just guess what this cop said when he told him he was an influential person. He said, what are you, a rapper? So that right there is like, bro,
that's all they see is that.
That's all, bro. It's like they looking for rappers, bro. He was hoping dude said he was a rapper. So, you know what I'm saying? Hoping. The dude told he wasn't no rapper, this and that. But it's like, bro,
that probably would have went left if he was.
Exactly. What if homie was a rapper? It's like, why does that even matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, bro, more as days go by, you get targeted.
We the messengers.
Yeah, man.
We tell targeted. Them, like, I really feel like, I just had this epiphany sitting there thinking about, like, without hip-hop music, I don't really feel like the police brutality and all that shit would have the light shine bright on it.
Probably not.
Because in the 90s and shit, that's what, I mean,
NWA,
all of that,
just as heavy.
That's where it started. Like, it shined the light on them. That's why they used to be their ass like, oh, fuck the police.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
You don't like when we beat your ass?
Heavy, bro.
Well, here, have some more. Make another song.
Right. It is. heavy, man. They wasn't really talking about it, but as the years go by, more and more rappers shine the light on it. It definitely is getting more attention now, and it's just crazy we gotta deal with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
That should just let y'all know the power that we have. And it seems like that's what they do. It's hard to be a melanated person and make it out, it seems like, unscathed.
Yeah, nah.
They try to tarnish you at some kind of point. You're either a rapist or you're a drug addict or you're going crazy or...
Something, man. There's always something. They're trying to label you as something.
Like, I even feel like... I like Kanye. I feel like Kanye is probably on his way out as the top tier of an engineer. But like, he probably can do stuff here and there. He probably gonna create other little things. But as being the Kanye that we grew up with, I feel like he excellent. But I feel like they're gonna do as much as they can because Kanye is fucking crazy, but he's not delusional. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of stuff that he says that has some truth in it. So I feel like they're gonna really try to attack him in some kind of way, especially him and Kim done divorced now too. I feel like he's gonna be a target.
Yeah, Kanye been through crazy shit, man. Over these years, Kanye been on a roller coaster, bro. So it's crazy to even see him still fighting the fight, man. But
it's so weird to me though. Like, it made me feel so old just thinking about all of the people that I grew up with that dominated our old heads.
yeah, man.
50 Cent, Jay-Z.
Yeah, man. I'm saying when it comes around to the people that
Kiss.
we grew up on, all the foundations and rap and style we grew up on, none of that is at the top of the rap game anymore. So it's like, damn, it's hard for us wanting to get in the rap game when we grew up on those type of values. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I really don't feel like there's no value in. I mean, there's no code in music anymore. There's no code in shit no more. But
you could pretty much make whatever now. You can make whatever. We've heard it all, man, from the Ice JJ Fishes to the bro. I mean, you can make make anything.
Did you know that there's these two gay dudes, and one of them is in a wheelchair, and the other gay dude made a song called "Walk." That was a diss track towards the other gay dude that was in a wheelchair. But if on Instagram, it's like if you see, and like it went like these two people are already like influential somehow, but there's women who got, you know how they do the little videos with the song, the walk. Let me see. Well, like there's mad celebrity women that did that shit and blew up, but like he really made a song about walking.
Yes. You said he made the diss.
You said some shit.
I'm gonna have to look that joint up.
Yeah, you know how to talk. Let me see if you can walk.
Yeah, that's what he said. I know you can talk, but let me see. Walk. Yo, but then when you really break that shit down, that motherfucker might be the GOAT for dissing him like that. That might be the best diss track that I've heard in a while, bro.
He got on his ass.
Like, if you think about it, you can talk all that shit, nigga, but can you walk? That's the question. What he say? He said, "You guess you want to get us? I'll give you a standing ovation." And he's like, "No, I'm gonna be the bigger man and walk away." Scary movie was stupid as hell.
Yeah.
But you know the history behind that?
What? That.
That basically the first three, like, that was all Dwayne's creation.
Oh,
and then the people that they were signed to, they come to find out there was a Scary Movie 4 coming out. And it was like, how? We don't have nothing to do with this. It was their whole format, they took their whole shit and ran with it, but they created that shit. And if you think about it, they go back to, because before a Scary Movie, like that whole satire shit, they did it in Don't Be a Menace to Society in the Hood. Like, they had that's their format of the way that they do stuff. If you go back, it's mad, I'm gonna get you something. It's if you go back and watch all of their movies, that like we was talking about earlier with the music, how they just come and take our shit, bro. And then we can't do nothing about it. It's like, yeah, we took this, go back to work, nigga. Like, give us something, create something else for us to
Hurry up with
take.
the next idea.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna let you go. It's definitely been a dope conversation.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to get up and do some more shit.
It was definitely dope.
I'm gonna give you the floor to shout out everything that you want to do.
Yeah, man, I appreciate my boy Streetz right here for having me on the podcast, man. King Low. Go look me up on Instagram, Google search. Check me out on Spotify, Apple Music. It's everywhere. Look out for that album. Album coming in July. I'll have more info soon. And most importantly, don't forget, get them votes in for the Syracuse Area Music Awards. Vote for King Low.
Vote.
Let's get that award and go crazy. Appreciate my boys having me over, and shout out everybody involved. Team Beast.
We out of here. Street Talk. Streetz. King Low.
Street Talk.
Hey, yo, man, this McVeigh, aka Tim Rap. You watching Street Talk, episode 3 coming soon. Stay tuned.